Hi everybody, how's it going? How is everybody today, this fine Friday afternoon? This is Skull, welcome to my Shiny Hunt stream for Snom. And continuing our stream as well, our hunt as well for Latios and Omega Ruby. Hi Crystal. You'll have to pardon me, everyone. I'm going to be coughing a lot, I think. Anyway, may as well just go ahead and get started, I think. Would like to leave our Snom, which is in our party right now. There is a very, very subtle difference between Snom regular and shiny, but I'm sure after seeing all the regulars so many times, once the shiny shows up, we'll know it when we see it. I hope. Oh, we already got 75 people in here. So as always, whoever donates the most amount of money by the time we find Snom, that will be the nickname that we will go with. If you wish to have a chance to nickname it, then make a donation and include your nickname suggestion in the donation. And if you're the top donation, then I will add it to the top left of the stream along with your name so that everyone knows that you were the one who suggested the nickname. And whoever makes the top donation when we find the Snom, that will be the nickname. So right now, since we have $0 donated, if you just donate $1 with your nickname suggestion for Snom, that means that if no one else tops out, then that will be the nickname. And as you can see above my head, I actually have a dedicated donation goal. My first one in a very long time. I am going to be saving up to go to Too Many Games, which is a convention in Philadelphia this September. And it's a gaming convention, as you might expect. In a way, it's kind of like PAX in that it's a place where you go to play video games early, meet developers, hang out with other friends who are also going. Yeah. In my case, there's a lot of my friends who are planning on going. People I know for sure are going are Sagasi and the Failing Four. Crystal might be able to go. Bald Gamer might be able to go. The screen will pause here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah. So there's a lot of people. The Failing Four. What did I say? The Falling Four? My mistake. Excuse me. So there's a lot of my friends and other YouTubers who I've never met, like Jmoji and Vic Vion. They're going to go there. So yeah, there's a lot of people who will be there, and I decide, you know what? So many people are going. I may as well try and go myself. I've never been to Philadelphia except on a layover on my way back from PAX last year, which doesn't count. So I want to go and I want to have fun, and so that's what I'm saving up for now. I made my donation goal $600 total. I think that would cover the plane, the hotel, and the cost of a ticket to get in. So that's what I'm saving up for. When will I start my new job? My first day of streaming will be on East Asia Soft's Twitch channel next Friday. So my schedule will be as follows. I will be streaming on their Twitch channel on Fridays from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and I will be streaming on their Mixer channel on Tuesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be sharing links to those. It's easy enough. It's just twitch.tv/EastAsiaSoft and mixer.com/EastAsiaSoft. How long have I played Pokemon? I've been playing Pokemon since since when it came out in the United States, when it was only red and blue. Even Pokemon Yellow wasn't a thing yet. No, I just swapped out my Carkol. That's okay, I can fix that real quick. There we go. No, you're not muted, Burger Guy. Oh, maybe I will, Ba. When am I going to do Splatoon 2 VR battles again? Probably never, unfortunately. It's super hard to set up, it's super hard to get everyone to behave, and inevitably I only get to play with a dozen people, whereas there's 1,000 that want to play, and it's just not fair, so it's hard to make it work out any better than just not doing it at all. That's right there, Burger Guy. Look, right there. Oh, well, happy early birthday, Sean. But yeah, with this new job, like I made clear in my video, I'll be able to keep doing YouTube as I've been doing. It's just it's a little bit of extra guaranteed income to make up for the fact that I'm just not getting much from YouTube these days. Even with my new job and YouTube combined, I think my wife is still earning more than I am. But it's just a little bit of security, and it gives me the ability to play something. Excuse me. It gives me the ability to play something video game related without having to worry about pleasing the audience. Since I'll be doing it on East Asia Soft's channels, people will show up to watch whatever I do, regardless of what it is. So that's just such a relief off my shoulders, and such a weight off my shoulders, I guess I should say. So, yeah, no. Long story short, it's just nice to have. I don't think I even would have called it necessary. I could have made YouTube work, but the fact that I don't have to now just means so much. Did I see the new Paper Mario trailer? Yes, I did. I don't know if I'll get it, but I did see the trailer. Do I still play Pokemon Go? All the time, Captain Lollipop. Yeah, David, I got mine in 16. 16 random encounters. Would you be happier with Paper Mario if they released a demo? I'd be happier with Paper Mario if they just acknowledged its existence beforehand. Like, I rambled about this on Twitter too, and I've mentioned it indirectly in other streams and videos and stuff. But Nintendo seems to have made it a habit of keeping their feature slate 100% blank until just before their final game releases, or just after. This year, for example, we knew about Animal Crossing, but once that came and went, we didn't know anything. We knew that Xenoblade was coming out sometime in 2020, and that Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4 were in development. And then after Animal Crossing came out, it was a full week or two before they gave Xenoblade a definitive release date. And now here we are, just a mere 2 weeks away from Xenoblade's release, and now finally they announced the next game after Xenoblade, which will be Paper Mario. Are they just going to make a habit of that? Like, when Paper Mario comes out, we're going to have to wait until around that time to see what comes out afterwards? That's not a good way to run a business. You want to generate hype, you want to let people know, hey, there's this, rather expensive video game coming out that you might be interested in. Maybe you should save up money throughout the course of the year. Yeah, at Crystal, I've seen a lot of people say the same. Like, the art looks good, but they're worried about the gameplay, especially since Color Splash on the Wii U was not a good game, so I don't know. Is shiny hunting really hard or just hard? It's not even hard, it's just time consuming. You just gotta be patient and persevere, that's all. So, but yeah, that's my main problem with Paper Mario, is they waited until a mere 64 days before the game released to even talk about it. And when they talked about it, they basically gave us the final trailer for it. There's not going to be much else to show after this. It's like, man, if they're, I guess, like, with this, it really feels like they're not banking on this to be a big game, but man, they could have at least mentioned it, like, at the end of last year, or even at E3, that a new Paper Mario is in development or something. It's just annoying, that's all. It's just how Nintendo is these days, and I'm trying to get used to it. It's hard. Seems like all the major companies are doing something that I'm not a fan of. You've got Sony, which is revealing games like 3 to 4 years before they come out. You've got Microsoft, which is showing off their Xbox Series X by only showing cutscenes from upcoming games from indie developers. Not even gameplay footage, just cutscenes. And not even that many of them, just like a few seconds for each game. That doesn't really show off the power of the hardware. It just shows, hey, the developers are really good at pre-programming polygons, right? Yes, I'll be doing Splatfest. Since next Friday will be my first day working for East Asia Soft on their Twitch, and it'll be from 5 to 8 my time. And then I'm going to be in Bald Gamer's charity stream beginning at 10. I will not be streaming the Splatfest, the Splatfest next Friday, but I will next Saturday and Sunday. I think that works out. I really wish I could have done it Friday, but it's just impossible with my new job. If I had been working at my job for even just a few weeks or a few months, then I could have just asked for the day off and they would have given it to me, but I really didn't want to be hired and say, oh, the first day I'm supposed to work, that doesn't work for me, so it'll be fine. I will be on Team Catch-Up. This Snom takes a very long time to hatch, doesn't it? It's averaging just a little. Actually, it's averaging about 1 a minute. That's not good. If I were here until odds, I'd be here for 8.5 hours. Hopefully I get it well before odds then, right? I've had some pretty good luck with Pokemon under odds. I got my Zigzagoon in 12. I got my Ice-Q in 100. And 8, so... And Zigzagoon was 16, not 12, my mistake. Go get a free G-Max Pikachu in the wild area. I already have a G-Max Pikachu. I got Pikachu and Eevee from just having save data on my Switch. Yeah, it's very, very subtle what the difference is between Shiny Snom and regular Snom. Yeah, and I'm averaging about 1 a minute for Snom. Okay, well, that actually makes it a little easier to figure stuff out. Wait, is there a new Splatfest? Yep, next weekend, Ketchup versus Mayo. That also gives us a lot more time to work on Latios. I think 1900 should be easily doable today. School, you have a question. Oh, I have an answer. Is shiny hatching better than finding shinies in the wild? I don't know. You can lower your odds a lot more by hatching eggs. But the only time I found a shiny in the wild in this game was my record low number of encounters. Record low number of anything ever. when I got my shiny Galarian Zigzagoon in only 16. That is easily a record for me. Like, not even close. Crystal's almost 900 encounters for Sizzlypede. Funny you should mention Sizzlypede, Crystal. I will be shiny racing for Sizzlypede next Thursday against K. That should be a lot of fun. I have the art made and everything, and it should be awesome. Hopefully you get your Sizzlypede soon, just like hopefully you get your Giratina soon. Full odds shiny hunting is difficult, as you can see by my Latios, but it is insanely rewarding. Can we beat the record today? Well, we didn't. We would have needed to hatch the Snom right there in order to beat the record, and we did not. Odds for Snom are 512. Odds for Latios are 4,096. Also, oh man, I'm going to be kind of busy towards the end of this month. I've got, I got this today. I'm going to try and get a video made. I've been sitting on my vlog files from my 2 Florida trips for quite some time. I'm going to finally throw them together and make a video, sometime soon. Next Thursday is my Sizzlypede race against K, and we'll see if we even finish it that day. We might need to make it go longer. Still have my race with Crystal for Duraludon gotta do, and Bald Gamer got his 3DS capture card fixed, so he and I can continue our race for Celebi whenever it's convenient for him. So we got a lot of shiny hunting to do here on the channel yet. But even without that, yes, I am married. I've been married longer than I've had a YouTube channel, actually. Most people don't know that. Got married in June 2012. My YouTube channel was started in, what, July, August? It was definitely after I got married. Does Calico Pikachu still make them? Yes, she does. But even beyond all that, we got the final Splatfest next weekend, which I'll be all over, both here on my channel and doing 3 blocks total on That Bald Gamer's charity stream. So if you guys should look forward to that. And then Crew Dragon launches, scheduled to launch on May 27. Of course, that is space time. It could be delayed for any number of reasons, but that is the scheduled date of launch. And I will be doing a watch party for that. I'm really looking forward to that. That's probably my most anticipated thing this whole month. Next month, June 2nd is my birthday. And then Ninjala releases late in June. No, the Latios is me just playing it right here on my desk. I have my 3DS on my desk, and all I need to do is bash A half the time and B the other half. So, do I like Sandaconda? Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of it's a nice Pokemon. But yeah, there's just so much to look forward to. So, yeah, and I might record when I stream the Splatfest and upload highlights. Do I like jazz? Not particularly. Have I played Brawlhalla? I think I played it at some point. I don't remember. Yeah, Snom is averaging about 1 a minute. Shout out to Crystal, who's doing such a good job modding my chat. She is almost always in here doing just an insanely good job modding, and I don't think she gets enough love and respect for it. Just checked and it's not shiny locked. What is an Alexander? Thought they weren't doing Splatfest anymore. Well, I think thanks to the whole, stay-at-home thing that's going on right now, I think Nintendo's just really trying to push their games that have already released, but people might not have played yet. Like, they had the Splatoon 2 open demo for a full week last month, and I'm willing to bet that they got more than a few people to just flat out buy the game because they played the demo and liked it so much. And they say, you know what? It's so late in Splatoon 2's life, let's go ahead and just do a Splatfest all over again. So that the people who didn't get the chance to play one get that chance, and so that the people who have been, who've been waiting for something new from us, but we haven't made anything new, obviously, let's just go ahead and make it a quick, let's just redo an old Splatfest. So that's what they did. Snom or Wooloo? Aw, man. You make me have to choose. Honestly, I think I would choose... Personally, I would pick Snom over Wooloo. Some people told you they did the Splatfest because of Ninjala. No, the Splatfest was scheduled before Ninjala was delayed. And I'm very happy Ninjala was delayed if it means that they get more time to work on the servers. Although I wish they would give us another open beta to test those servers again, / give us a chance to actually play the game. But that's up to them. Alexander, you're wrong. Thank you. Don't type in all caps. Do you take me for an idiot? I mean, I've been hunting this thing for 3 years. You really think I wouldn't have looked up beforehand to see if it was Shiny Lock first? Sorry, it's just... Trust me, it's not Shiny Locked. You could look up so many videos on YouTube of people hunting for... It's called the Story Latios or Story Latios in Alpha Sapphire. People find it. And I'll eventually find it, so... Yeah. Will I play the ARMS character in Smash when it releases? That's such a weird question, though, because we don't even know what the ARMS character is. How am I supposed to know if I'll like it enough to play it or not? You're not an idiot, Alexander. Just trust me, I don't shiny hunt for stuff unless I know for sure I can actually find it. I do my research beforehand. Do I like Splatoon 2 more than Pokemon? Nope, I love Pokemon way more. But Pokemon's been around a lot longer. Do I think the Pokemon DLC will be worth it? I think it will, yeah. And that's something else to look forward to next month is the first section of the DLC of the expansion pass. Yeah, Crystal, don't give up. Giratina is possible, and when you get it, you're gonna absolutely love it. I know you will. Yeah, which legendary was it, Alexander? No, I will not be streaming Splatoon 2 with my new job, Benjamin. I will be streaming exclusively games made by the company I'll be streaming for. They're called East Asia Soft, all one word. They are based out of Hong Kong, and they make a lot of games, a lot of variety of games. But yeah, I'll be exclusively streaming games produced and distributed by them. Nothing else. I think it was Rayquaza and Alpha Sapphire. Well, yeah, that's a waste. What games did they make? You could go to their website and find a full list, but I think the one that I've enjoyed the most from them so far is called Dimension Drive. It's a shoot 'em up. It's in the style of old arcade games. And it's insanely addicting, but insanely hard. My thoughts on the 3DS Pokemon games. I liked Gen 6, I did not like Gen 7. My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Silver, which is also my favorite video game of all time. I don't think so, Christina, and only my last one. I got my Zigzagoon in 16. I have yet to get anything in less than 62, I think. Yeah, I guess so, kitten. I guess that would be the proper term. Never read the JoJo manga. I don't know anything about the JoJo thing. At all. Wow, 1 egg for a lull in Meowth. Congrats, Corn. That is amazing. I've gotten a few shinies in a single egg, but those were by accident. Like, I was creating my living Pokédex in Gen 6, and I hatched a shiny Solosis, which actually kind of annoyed me because then I had to go back and get another Solosis egg, and I had already moved on to other stuff at that point. I found a random shiny Bunnelby in Gen 6, just going in the grass and found it by accident. I found 3 random shiny Garbodor in Gen 6 as well. But in terms of shinies I've actually hunted for, my lowest is Zigzagoon, Galarian Zigzagoon in this game, 16 random encounters out in the grass. Do I watch Death Battle? Nope. Oh, that's awesome, Captain Lollipop. Yes, I've been hunting the Latios for years, as a matter of fact, Corn. Over 2.5 years now. Have I tried chain fishing? Yes, I have. I've gotten quite a few Pokemon by chain fishing. Oh, that's awesome, Daniel. That is a really good reset. Good job. As a reminder, guys, whoever donates the top donation with a nickname suggestion, that's what the Snom will be nicknamed when it hatches. Have I ever played Undertale? I did several years ago. I got to Undyne, got stuck, and decided I was done. I do have the game on multiple systems, including the Switch, including PS4, and I still have that exact save file on my Steam account. I don't know. Everyone's like, Undertale's such an amazing game, one of the best ever made, and I'm just like, it's not for me. I don't get the appeal. It's not that fun for me. It's like it's almost a chore to play it. It's a beautiful game. I love the characters, but I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess. Have I played Bayonetta? Yes, I have. Not as much as Crystal, but I have. My favorite video game, Pokemon Silver. The original, not Soul Silver. I love Soul Silver, but Silver just edges out because of the nostalgia factor for me. 127 would be nice. Honestly, anytime it's under odds, I'm happy. Yeah, I think 1900 for Latios is definitely doable today. Remember, the halfway point for Latios will be 2048. Why haven't I been making Salmon Run videos? Salmon Run is not that fun for me anymore. I am close to max hazard, and Salmon Run is so hard and not at all fun at that point. And I prefer playing it with my friends anyway, but I can't because I'm such a higher level than them. It makes it too hard for them to play. So they keep telling me to... They tell me that, you know, I've got to lower my Salmon Run rank, and I don't want to do that because I like having a high rank. But a high rank means that it's too hard to play, so... Well, I mean, the more broad answer is... I prefer playing Splatoon 2 with my friends. My friends are done with Splatoon 2. I'm basically done with Splatoon 2 unless I come up with a really good idea for a video. And I think my last few videos have had good ideas. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but... making a Splatoon 2 video with my friends is close to impossible these days. Whenever I put out the message asking, hey, would you guys like to record a video with me, I only get maybe 2 or 3 people who respond at all, and more often than not they say they can't, or they're not interested, or they're busy that day or something. So it's just impossible to make new Splatoon 2 content. Trust me, I will be streaming the Splatfest, Logan. I will stream the Splatfest, and I might even post a highlight video of how I did. But as far as new content for Splatoon 2, like, with my friends, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't even know if I'll be able to get my friends to play with me during the Splatfest. I would love that, but people haven't really responded. Some people already have plans, which I'm not going to inconvenience their plans. Most of my friends just flat out haven't replied. They're not interested in working with me. So it's just how it is. Yeah, I've had Animal Crossing for a little while, Jokino. Yeah, and that's a good excuse, Crystal. I wasn't going to say that in case you wanted to keep it a secret, but Crystal is going to... You remember when she was the number 29 player in the world for that one Splatfest? That wasn't a joke. You know, we say it a lot in the video, but it's true. She was the actual number 29 player in the world. And for this Splatfest, she has thought about doing pro all over again to see if she can't get on the leaderboard one last time. So... if she does that, that means she can't play with me, because even if I just stream for an hour and she were to play with me that 1 hour, that's an hour that she could be playing pro and getting more points to rank up. So it's just, I want for her to not play with me so that she can get pro, so that she can get on the leaderboard. And everyone else just hasn't really talked with me at all. I recorded something with Fishy, and it's a video series that I really got to get to editing. I'm just waiting on art assets from Calico Pikachu. But while we were talking, after we were done recording, I brought up the Splatfest and said, hey, would you like to play with me? And he said he honestly hadn't even thought about the Splatfest. He barely even knew that one was happening. So, and then virtually everyone else just, if I asked, hey, you guys, anyone want to do Splatfest? I got absolutely no responses. So it's just how it is, guys. I know you guys want more Splatoon 2 content. Trust me, I wish that there was something we could do to make it new and refreshing and something that I could get my friends in on and we could all enjoy. But that's just, it's a 3-year-old game at this point, and there's nothing left for us to do. And that's just how it is. And trust me, I wish that I could make something just as much as you guys are asking for something, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. Yeah, exactly, Crystal. Squids for Kids and Pro and playing with Joanna, I would be shocked if you didn't. Yep, still going for Latios. Not even halfway to odds yet. Am I X rank in Splatoon? Could you teach me how? I am X rank only in tower control. Anytime I've tried to get to X rank in the other modes, I have. It does not end well. My biggest suggestion is just to watch other people who are already X rank. Watch how they play, so you can learn how they play, so you can start to work towards playing like them. And hopefully, if you play like that and your teammates play like that, then you'll get to X rank in no time at all. Hey, it's Kay. Life is pretty good, Kay. Thank you for asking. How about with you? Which is better, Latios or Latias? Well, I'm partial to Latias, personally. I hate this song. I don't like songs with lyrics, especially rap songs. I don't care about how they play, how they actually play in the game. I just like, 1, the designs, 2, the fact that Latias is a girl, and 3, have you guys seen Pokemon Heroes? Just saying. Do I plan on doing more raid streams soon? Oh, Cole, I don't know. Probably not. I'm trying to actually back off from the amount of streaming I do. I might do one though if I truly am desperate for content, if I really am dried out. But throughout the whole rest of this month, I think I'll be pretty okay. But I might do more in the future. I can't promise anything. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Kate. Will I stream Splatoon 3 if they ever release it? You know, Nintendo might just do what they've done with Earthbound and F-Zero and, like, take insanely popular franchises and then never make another game. Ever. It's completely possible, people. They might have just said, you know what? Splatoon 2 sold 10 million units. That's good enough. We're done with the series. They could do that. So, if they made a Splatoon 3 or a new Splatoon game of any kind, I'll be happy, but there's no guarantee they ever will. Just worth remembering. Favorite season of SAO? Oh, man. I liked the first half of Season 1 and Mother's Rosario from Season 2. Mother's Rosario is my favorite arc of the whole series, but the rest of Season 2 is kind of weak. For me, anyway. So, it's hard to say. If I were to categorize a whole season, probably 1. But if I could just pick an arc, definitely Mother's Rosario from 2. No, Splatoon 3 has not been confirmed. Requiem Gamer, I think I would know if it was 100% confirmed. It's not. All I know for sure is when the developer was asked if they had started Splatoon 3, they said no because we're still working on Animal Crossing. That doesn't mean that they were going to start Splatoon 3 after Animal Crossing. It just means that they hadn't because they were busy with Animal Crossing. Now that they're done with Animal Crossing, who knows what Nintendo's assigned them to. It could be a new Splatoon game. It could be something completely different. Maybe we'll get oh man, what's the Codename Steam. Maybe we'll get a Codename Steam game on the Switch and they're working on that. Who knows? Trust me, Splatoon 3 happens, I'll know, and I'll be all over it. Have I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Nope, I have not. Maybe they'll work more on Breath of the Wild 2. Well, the subdivision that works on Animal Crossing and Splatoon is not the same one that works on Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure they've been working on Breath of the Wild 2. That game excited me because, like, from the beginning, I wanted them to just make a sequel because, 1, Breath of the Wild was pretty much perfect already. 2, doing a direct sequel instead of a brand new Zelda game meant that they could reuse the old assets and the engine and basically everything, and they wouldn't have to spend as much time working on it. I mean, that's what they did with Majora's Mask. They just reused most of what Ocarina of Time already had. They were able to put that game out in only a year or 2. Unfortunately, with Breath of the Wild, it really looks like they're still taking their time with it, and it might actually be a full 4 years between releases of the first game and the second game. But we got Link's Awakening between them, and everyone loved that, right? How am I enjoying Animal Crossing? I don't really play it that much, which is the number one reason I'm not making content for it. I like playing it at my own pace, doing what I want without having people try and backseat game for me. Even in the advertisement I did for Lapao and their screen, I played Animal Crossing for what? A minute total, and I actually did have people telling me I was doing stuff wrong in the comments. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want for people to tell me how to play a game, especially a social simulator where the whole point is to play it however you want. I want to do it on my own, and that means just playing it whenever I remember to, which is not that often, and 2, for however long I want, which is just a few minutes a day. Like, I don't think I played it for more than 20 minutes total in a single day. I don't know if I've even put an hour into it yet. So no, I'm not going to be making Animal Crossing content whatsoever on my channel. I'm going to just play it on my own, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to share anything with you guys. And that's just how I'm going to do it. Yeah, pretty much, Corey. I haven't played Persona 5, but I do have it on both PS3 and PS4. So I'll play it someday. Just when I feel like it. Honestly, whenever I boot up my PlayStation right now, it's just to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm now 3 chapters done with hard mode, and it's definitely hard. But I think I can make it work. Am I going to talk about PC2? What's PC2? My favorite console? Oh, that is such a good question. Oh, man. Oh, man, that is such a good question. I like so many of them. The Switch might be it, actually. I don't know if I'd consider it the all-time best console, but it might be my favorite. What time do you usually get up? Around noon. How's it feel to stay at home every day? I've been doing that I've been doing that for the past 5 years. I wouldn't say there's anything new about it. Noon 30, yeah. Yeah, Corey gets it. Hi, Corey. Would I consider the Lite a different console from the Switch? No, I wouldn't. Any more than I would consider a 2DS a different console from a 3DS. They're just variations of the same hardware. Am I going to evolve my Snom? I haven't decided yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put that to a vote. Maybe. I'm not actually putting it to a vote. Not right now. Well, let me talk about some of my favorite consoles here. I love the Switch. I grew up on the N64, so that's pretty high up there for me, even though there's not many good games on it. Nowhere near as many good games as other consoles have. I also love the PlayStation 1. I love the Super Nintendo. PS4 is actually pretty high up there for me as well. Hi, Nightingale. How's it going? I also really like the 3DO and the Atari 2600. Like, random consoles, I'm sure, for a lot of you, but I really do love them a lot. Man, I just love those. My favorite Pokemon of each type. Oh, man, never been asked before. Normal and electric, Helioptile, obviously. Water, Samurott. Grass, Superior. Psychic and Dragon would be Latias. Poison, Salazzle. Fire, I guess, would be Salazzle as well. And I don't even know. Dark, favorite dark type, huh? Nickit. Ice type, favorite ice type. I don't know. I really would have to think about all this for a very long time. What all did I play in the N64? Well, the game I played the most growing up was Mario Kart 64. But my favorite game on the N64 is actually Pokemon Stadium. Still love that game. There's tons of other games to love as well, like Super Smash Brothers, Super Mario 64, which I actually never played that much. And I still haven't. I have yet to even beat the game or come close. I don't understand your question, Jalen. If I have a wife, but would you dare the Nintendo Switch? Do you mean share? Oh, stupid eye. Actually, we have separate Nintendo Switches. I have my main... Actually, we have 3 total. I have my main one here. I have my Let's Go themed Nintendo Switch, and I have my Pokemon Sword and Shield themed Switch Lite. And usually when she wants to play Switch games, she uses the Let's Go themed Switch. And I use my main Switch for everything else. And yeah. Noibat isn't steel. It's grass and steel. No, it's not. Oh, Delta Noibat. Delta doesn't count, guys. Come on. Insurgents is not a real game. Come on, Noibat is a flying dragon. Would I stream with my wife? I'm not against the idea. We just got to find a game that we could both enjoy. And you'd be surprised how hard that actually is. I used to do something called Switch Sundays with Skull and Sadazay. We played a few games together. Didn't last very long, but if you guys want to see us play games together, then you could go ahead and look those videos up. Have you played Insurgents? No, I don't play fake games. I don't play ROM hacks. I don't play fan games. I don't do anything like that. I just I play official games released by real companies. Stupid eye. Oh my god, that is embarrassing. Yeah, it's been over 3 years now, Phoenix. And in that time, the Switch has sold close to 60 million units. It is a powerhouse. It's on track to sell 100 million by the end of its lifetime.
Blink that.
All right, thank you, Thunder, for the $1.99. Keep up the good work. Love the content. Thank you very much. And I got my new GIF down there. I updated my GIF of Aerith from Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's much more high quality now. I love seeing her. Wonder why Xbox One sold so little in comparison. Because Microsoft completely screwed it up in every way imaginable. They've actually turned it around pretty well, but when it launched, oh man, they just did a terrible job with that thing. What did the Wii U sell? Like 13 million. It sold terribly. It's pretty easy to say the PS4 has won this generation. PS4 is currently the second best-selling video game console of all time, only after the PS2. It sold 110 million units. That cannot be understated how huge that is. It's not the lack of backwards compatibility, Wildo. It's that... Oh man, let me tell you guys a story. The story of the Xbox One. When they announced the thing, they didn't show a single game for it. They never once called it a game console. They called it an entertainment device. They showed off the fact that it could watch live TV, that you could connect with your friends over Skype, that you could do all sorts of fun stuff with it. They didn't once mention the fact that it could play games. They didn't show any games. And then after that presentation, there was a lot of information that came out about the Xbox. It was required to have a Kinect attached to it, which meant that jacked up the price by $100. The Kinect was not optional, it was required. The Xbox One was required to always be connected to the internet. Like... At the beginning, they actually said, yeah, every single minute it needs to be connected. If it's not connected, you can't play games. Then they changed it to, okay, it needs to connect once every 24 hours. And then people were like, not everyone has that good internet, right? And the CEO said, well, we're mostly hearing this from people who are like working on nuclear submarines and stuff like that. And hey, if you don't like our Xbox One, we got another product for you, and it's called the Xbox 360. And he was immediately asked by the reporter, so you're telling people to not buy an Xbox One? And the guy didn't have a response to that. He's just like, oops. So yeah, it was pretty lame. The Xbox One just launched. It had a terrible launch. The marketing was terrible. It was obvious that the guy who was in charge of it didn't care about the games at all. The Xbox One had 0 exclusive games. Everything on there, even now, can be also played on PC. So, a lot of people were like, why not just build a PC? Not to mention, when it launched, it was $100 more expensive than the PS4. PS4 was $400, Xbox One was $500. And it was $500 because it was bundled with a Kinect that nobody wanted. So, yeah, it just had a terrible launch, and I got to give huge props to the guy in charge now, Phil Spencer. He has done miracles to fix the Xbox brand, and it really does look like next generation is going to play out really, really well for Microsoft, and I'm looking forward to owning a Series X. They're doing an insanely good job of properly marketing it and properly showing everyone what it can do and the games that'll be on it. They're doing a really good job. But yeah, that's why the Xbox One did not do well. It started off terrible, and that just plagued it throughout the whole rest of its time. Lack of exclusives is probably the number one thing that hurt it, though. PlayStation 4, let me just list a few exclusives off the top of my head that I know right now that it has. It has God of War, Spider-Man, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Horizon Zero Dawn, although that is now on PC, Nier Automata, Death Stranding. Up next, it'll have Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima. There's a lot of really good reasons to own a PS4 to play those exclusive games. Same with the Switch. The Switch 1 has portability. That makes it worth it for a lot of people to own a downgraded port of The Witcher 3 or Skyrim just to own a copy of the game that you could take with you on a plane, on the go, anywhere.
Blink that.
But it also has games like Mario and Zelda. And anyway, thanks, Courtney, for the $2 donation. But yeah, Xbox doesn't have any of that. Anything that could be considered an exclusive, you could also play on PC, and a lot of people these days have a PC that you can game on that'll give you a much better picture than the Xbox could. I won't lie, I have an Xbox One X, and I use it mostly to play 4K Blu-rays. That's it. So, yeah, I mean, they've done, like I said, they've done a really good job lately of fixing up the Xbox brand. But as far as this generation goes, they're done. There's nothing left that they can possibly do. I know Death Stranding is coming to PC. I know a lot of those PlayStation exclusives are moving on to other consoles, but the fact that they were exclusive on the PS4 for at least a while, that made it worth it to own a PS4. Why did the Wii U sell so badly? Let me put it this way. How many people do you know of who knew that the Wii U was different than the Wii? I didn't know exactly what a Wii U was. I didn't know how it worked. I watched every trailer for it. I watched every commercial. I even went to a friend's apartment and played a Wii U Mario Kart 8. I've done all that, but I didn't actually know what a Wii U was until... Is my Elgato lagging? Holy cow. That is laggy. Wow, that is dropping frames. Yikes. Sorry about that, everyone. Don't know why the frame rate's so bad. But I didn't know what exactly a Wii U was until I actually owned one. So, yeah. The Wii U sold bad because it was called the Wii U. Nintendo could have done the best marketing in the world, but there would have still been too many people who wouldn't know it was different. I thought that it was a peripheral for the Wii. I thought it was something you connected to the Wii to play new games. I didn't know it was an entirely different console until I actually owned one. So, yeah. And there were not that many killer apps on it. The best ones didn't come out until it was way too late to save the console. By the time Super Smash Bros. And Splatoon 2, the Splatoon 1 came out, people already knew that Nintendo was working on the next console, which turned out to be superior in every way. So, yeah. There was no reason to own a Wii U, and by the time there was a reason, the Switch was on the way and people knew about it. So why bother dropping $300 now when you could save your money and drop $300 for a much superior system? Alright. Been streaming now for about an hour. I would really have preferred to gotten in 100 Snom per hour, but looks like it really is about 1 a minute. The Wii U gave you Bayonetta. Yep, that was your main reason. When I bought my Wii U, it was holiday 2014. I got the bundle that came with a free copy of Mario Kart 8. And then that holiday, I also bought Super Smash Brothers and Hyrule Warriors. I bought something else. I don't remember what it was, though. When Splatoon came out, that was my go-to game for the longest time. I would argue that Splatoon and Mario Maker ended up being about the only games that were like the best reason to own a Wii U. So yeah, I ended up getting quite a few games on the Wii U while it was relevant, but it was never my go-to console. Never. I got the exclusives for it, and there were hardly any third-party games on it anyway. During that time, I spent way more time on my Xbox. Yeah, I'll be buying the new Halo. I'll be getting Halo with the Xbox Series X. I'm very much looking forward to that new Halo game. It looks awesome. Got Shiny Score Bunny. Congratulations, Stephanie. I got my Shiny Score Bunny on Palm Sunday. Then posted the highlight video on Easter because it was the Easter Bunny. Name your Score Bunny. Does anyone have any nickname suggestions for Stephanie's Shiny Score Bunny? Go ahead and give her some suggestions. I mean, right now, I do own 75%. I own 3/4 of the Wii U's entire library. I'm missing, unfortunately, some really expensive games that aren't expensive because they're rare. They're just expensive because that's all that was on the system. Like Game & Wario, that's like a $70 game now. I don't know why. But anyway, I mean, the Wii U had 164 games total released for it. I own 120 something. I love the Wii U's. I love the Wii U for the. I don't know. I guess I'm mostly just getting the library because it's such a small system to collect for. 164 games. That's aside from the Virtual Boy, that is easily the lowest number of games ever released for a Nintendo system. The Switch passed that number in less than a year and a half of release. It's now close to 3 times that number, and it's only been out for 3 years, and it's got at least another 3 to go, I'd say. The Switch is a powerhouse. It's not stopping. The Wii U is dead, and it was dead before it was dead. It was dead before the Switch came out. In the last year of its release, Nintendo themselves only made 2 games for the Wii U, and both of them were bad. Star Fox Zero and Paper Mario Color Splash. That's it. And then the very last game they made for it was Breath of the Wild, which they also paired with the Switch. So you could make the argument that the very last game that was actually worth buying on the Wii U was Mario Maker, and that was in 2015. Between Mario Maker and Splatoon, that was it. So, man. Yeah. I do still pick up my Wii U and play it every once in a while, but it's mostly because I have Madden 13, which is another problem with the Wii U. It got 0 third-party support. Nintendo policy early on was, if you make a game for the Wii U, it has to make use of the gamepad. That's just the policy they made. You make a game for the Wii U, it has to have a gamepad. And if it doesn't make use of the gamepad, then your game is not allowed on our system. So a lot of third parties, I'd say 90% of third parties just flat out said, okay, then we won't make games for your system. And the few that did make games for the system had to spend a lot more money and development time making use of that gamepad. And then when the Wii U sold terribly, that meant that those copies of the games sold terribly. So they're like, it is literally not worth our time or money to make ports of our games for the Wii U. Even the ones who wanted to, it's like it doesn't make financial sense to do it. So like, halfway through the Wii U's life, in 2015, Nintendo finally said, okay, you don't need to make use of the gamepad if you port a game to the Wii U. By then, no one was left, so it didn't matter. Play your Virtual Console games on Wii U. Oh, that's also fair, Crystal. I'm partial to the Wii myself, but there's a very specific reason for that. Well, I mean, anything that can be played on the Wii U but not the Wii, I probably will just get the original copy of the game anyway. And anything on the Wii, I prefer for a very specific reason. The Wii can output 240p, which is the correct resolution for old games. It does not stretch them or anything. So, anyway. Wasn't the OS for the Wii U hard to develop for? I don't know. I don't know about that. I do know this. The Wii U was extremely outdated. All the Wii U is a slightly more powerful Wii. And all the Wii is a slightly more powerful GameCube. So when people were developing games for the Wii U, it was essentially like developing GameCube games in HD. That's it. And by this point, you know, the PS4 and the Xbox One were either out or on the way. People were developing for that, able to make, you know, full 1080p, 60 FPS games that just look gorgeous on those systems. But trying to put it on the Wii U, it just doesn't work. The Wii U is not powerful enough. It's nowhere close to powerful enough. So that meant downgrading the games on top of having to spend more time developing to make sure that the gamepad is implemented in some unique way that you can't get on another system. Nintendo just completely screwed up the Wii U. I don't know if there's a single thing they did right for that system. And this is from a huge Nintendo fanboy who exclusively owned a Wii U and nothing else for several years. So, Wind Waker HD, I mean, sure, but I could always just get Wind Waker and play it on the GameCube. There's hardly any difference. Same with Twilight Princess. So, no, but the Switch is completely different architecture entirely. It is its own thing, and it's great. Apparently, it's a super easy system to make games for. There's a lot of people who, like, they got a Switch development kit at their office, and they just decide, hey, let's look at this new game, throw it on the Switch, see how it works. And usually it works. Obviously, it needs some tweaking to make it better, but it works. And the Switch, that's why the Switch is getting so many games. People who have been making indie games for Steam or for PlayStation or something like that, apparently they just throw it on the Switch and it works so well. It's like, you know, you hardly have to spend any time or money to make it better, and it just works. And that's why they're selling games on the Switch, because there's hardly any extra work involved, but a huge player base of people who will buy the games. So that's why there's so many games on the Switch as opposed to the Wii U. The Wii U, it was impossible to port games to it. You needed to scratch build from the ground up and implement extra stuff in the beginning. The Switch, throw it on there, and then you only have to change maybe 5% of the code, and you're all set. Yep, I got Masuda Method all set up, multi-gamer. 512 is my odds for Snom. 4,096 for Latios. I am so close to 1,900 on Latios. And trust me, guys, I like the Wii U. I don't hate the Wii U in the least. Like I said, I play it. I still have my Wii U from when I still have that Wii U that I bought, you know, holiday 2014. It's hooked up in my game setup for me to play whenever I want. I have a second Wii U, actually. Funny story with that. Funny story with that. I went to GameStop to pick up a game. This was maybe 2 years ago now. To pick up an exclusive game they had made for the Switch. And while I was in there, I saw that they had a Wii U console there on the desk. And it wasn't the full bundle. It wasn't in a box or anything. It was just the console. No cords, no gamepad, no nothing. Just the Wii U itself. And I was looking at it. It's like, hey, that's pretty cool. What are you going to do with that? And they said, I don't know. They had no clue what they were going to do with it because somebody had just come in and traded in the console by itself and nothing else. No power adapter, no HDMI cable, no gamepad. And if it had the gamepad, then it could have been fine. But they were missing the gamepad. And without a gamepad, a Wii U is useless. And they said they had no idea what they were going to do with it. And I just jokingly said, I'll take it. And they were like, you serious? I said, yeah, I'd take it if you don't mind. I mean, I figured they wouldn't because I thought for sure there'd be some rule against just giving out something like that. But the guy just picked it up, threw it in a bag, and handed it to me without saying a word. And that's how I got my second Wii U. And I brought it home, and I paired my gamepad to it, and I plugged it in, and it's a perfectly good working system. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I do have one. My DS is stuck. I don't know why you're saying that, multi-gamer. Looks fine to me. You're a good hunter. Well, thank you, Anko. I actually own multiples of a lot of systems. I own 3 N64s. In fact, one is taken apart on my table back there, like just off screen to the, I guess, your left, my right. It's just completely taken apart because I'm about to put a mod in it. My very first N64 was my childhood N64, which I got around Christmas 2000. I got a game from my uncle who worked for a game company, and it was Donald Duck Going Quackers for the N64. And we opened that game up at Christmas, and I was disappointed because, like, oh, well, we don't have an N64. I guess we should take this to GameStop tomorrow and like, trade it in or turn it in or sell it or something. Anyway, but the next day when we went to GameStop, my parents surprised us kids by, instead of selling that N64 game, buying an N64 for us to play that game. So that's how we got the N64, Christmas 2000. Which was, right before the GameCube came out. But, we loved that thing. And I still have it. It's hooked up to that ginormous CRT back there. My childhood N64 is hooked up to that TV. I also got the special Pikachu-themed N64. You could see the video for that on my channel. I just wanted it forever, and I decided to finally just go ahead and buy it off eBay, so I did. And then the one that's taken apart on my table there, that's my third one. That is a fantastic translucent green console, jungle green. And I bought it for one specific reason, to modify it to output RGB, which is a far better quality picture than it is normally capable of producing. So once it's all modified, it's a super cheap mod. It's a super easy mod for me to do myself with what little soldering skills I've got. Once it's all done, I'll be able to hook it up to my TV and play N64 games essentially in as HD as they can be. Like I said, I've got 2 Wii U's. I got 2 Xboxes, as a matter of fact. OG Xboxes. I also have 2 Xbox Ones, but one's an original launch model and one's an X. I got 3 Switches, 2 normal ones and a Lite. Got tons of portable consoles and multiples of them. So, yeah. Got just tons. Can we see that green N64? Well, like I said, it's completely taken apart on my table. I can go ahead and grab the top shell, I guess, show that off.
Blink that.
Thanks, Waldo, for the £5 donation. I'm suggesting the name Vanilla. Well, okay, well, let me go ahead and add that to the goal real quick. So that brings our total up to $10.05, which is over 1% of the way towards our goal. Thank you. Let me go ahead and change the nickname. $6.06 from Wildo 48 to nickname it Vanilla. How's that look? Do I know any know-how on cleaning N64 cartridges? Yeah. Get a Q-tip, douse it in isopropyl alcohol, and scrub. Trust me, that'll fix it more often than not. Let me go ahead and grab that N64 real quick. There you go. Like I said, it's completely taken apart, so this is just the top shell, but there we go. Looks a lot more saturated in the webcam than it does in real life. It's like a nice poppy green sort of look in real life, but man, here it looks almost like a gray. Anyway. The RGB mod will be in the mail, or it'll arrive in the mail tomorrow, which means I should have it all done by tomorrow evening or night or something. Anyway. Yes, this is Glitch X City music. Can I stream N64 games after the mod? I could stream N64 games right now. I have the capability. But with the mod, it'll make them look a lot nicer. I'm capable of streaming virtually any game from any system. I have the ability to. It's just, I don't know, I'm mostly just interested in, you know, this newer stuff. New stuff and Pokemon. Okay, somebody asked why I got 3 Switches. I got this one, which I'm playing on, so what I'm hunting for the Snom on, that's a model I got on launch night. I got it at midnight, March 3rd, 2017. It's served me incredibly well ever since. I also got the Let's Go themed Switch because it's Pokemon themed. And I got the Pokemon Sword and Shield themed Switch Lite because it's Pokemon themed. If it's a Pokemon themed console, I really try my best to get it. My favorite Pokemon is Helioptile. Hey, you couldn't tell from the layout. Yeah, I hope I get mine too, Helix. I hope you get yours as well. Blue Dragon. I will be nicknaming the Snom whatever the top donation is, as you can see on the top left. Right now, the top donation is $6.06 from Wildo to name it Vanilla. If somebody donates $6.07 or more with a different nickname, then that'll be the nickname. Otherwise, when I get it, that'll be it. My favorite Pokemon before Gen 6 was Latias. Why do I like Helioptile so much? It is so cute. That's why. Let me get some water here real quick. I love that light, Nightingale. I love it. Oh, thank you, Santiago. I'm sorry, I just now saw your message. Yeah, but Rowlet doesn't have huge eyes that just, you know, swallow you whole with adorableness. When did I start playing Pokemon? 1998? When did it come out here? 8? Back when it was just Pokemon Red and Blue, even Yellow wasn't out yet. That's how long I've been playing. Yes, there will be a Galarian Slow Bro and a Galarian Slow King, yes. And I'd like to say that they are exclusive. I'd like to say one's exclusive to Sword and one's exclusive to Shield, but I could be wrong. It might just be exclusive to each individual season pass. The very first console I ever owned was a original Game Boy Brick. I forget when I got it. It had to have been around 2000 before I got the N64. What's my opinion on Probopass? You keep asking that question, Captain Lollipop. I don't have an opinion on Probopass. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I have no opinion. No, I don't open Pokemon cards anymore, Helix. I just don't get any enjoyment out of it. Let's talk about the forgotten PS2 portable. You mean the PSP? PSP is not forgotten. That gave the GBA a run for its money. The PSP was a really popular, really good little console. Have I played Mario Odyssey? Yes, I have, Logan. Why do I like Helioptile instead of Heliolisk? Helioptile's cuter. I don't hate Heliolisk. I actually do like Heliolisk a lot, but I love Helioptile. There's a difference. No one talks about nowadays because it's an old system. I mean, you don't see people talking about the N64 that much, or the Sega Genesis or Atari 2600. That doesn't mean that they were all super popular in their heyday. And I guarantee people still play all of those systems daily. Hi, Dino. How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Only 10 away from reaching 1900 on Latios. Have I ever gotten a shiny Helioptile? I've gotten 2, as a matter of fact. Your first console was a Model 3 Genesis. Awesome. I didn't own a Genesis until just a few years ago. Picked one up at a local arcade expo. I guess that was in 2016. Must have been. I don't know when else it could have been. Must have been 2016 that I got it. Your first console was a Wii. I actually didn't even own a Wii until just last year. There's a lot of things that I didn't own until just recently. Now that I'm going back and buying older games consoles to hook them up to my setup, I'm still missing quite a few that I would love to own. My next desire is a 3DO, which I'm sure none of you have ever heard about, but it was a competitor to the Sega Saturn, which I also need, and the PlayStation and the N64. It actually could have stood a chance if it didn't cost $700 in the year 1993, which is just too much. I would love a Saturn, and I would love a Dreamcast. Missing those. I still need a Virtual Boy. But yeah, so there's still tons of consoles that I would like. Sega Saturn was a disaster when released. You would think so, but actually in Japan, it was Sega's best-selling console of all time. It even outsold the Mega Drive over there. So it was a huge success. It was just, the rest of the world where it kind of fell flat. You've had a 3DO? Wow, Dominic, that's amazing. You're literally the first random person that I've talked to who I didn't know personally who said that you owned a 3DO. That's awesome. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that, Clairvoyant. Stupid throat. All right. Yeah, you're kind of right, K-Elite. The Saturn had a lot of problems with it. The launch was part of the problem, but it was also bad management from Sega of America. The Dreamcast was a really good system, but its problem... I would say that its problem was mostly that, the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 came out and just completely stole their audience. What was the first Pokemon game? Pokemon Red and Blue. Actually, if you want to be really technical, Pokemon Red and Green in Japan. Anyway, but yeah, the Sega Saturn. I'm sure a lot of you don't know what that is. Like I said, it was a competitor to the PlayStation 1 and the N64. At the very first E3 in 1994, Sega was talking about the Saturn, and they were giving some information on it. They said it cost about $400, and they were doing some tech demos for it. And they made a surprise announcement. It would be available the following day. Everyone was expecting it to release at Christmas, but nope, it would be available that summer, 6 months early. It'd be in stores tomorrow. Here's the problem with that. Most of the third-party developers didn't know that, so they didn't have games ready to release on the Saturn. A lot of video game stores, including KB Toys and Babbage's, I think, a lot of them were like, wait, we didn't know about this either, and in frustration, they banned their stores from ever carrying Sega consoles or games ever again. And the worst part was the following day, as the Saturn was releasing all over the country, Sony had their presentation on the PlayStation 1. This is the entire speech that one of their directors of marketing did. He went up to the microphone, said $299, and walked away. And that was all it took for the Saturn to be crushed, because they just announced that it was $100 cheaper than the Saturn. And it would be released that holiday with plenty of time for people to save up for the thing and for developers to come up with new games for it. And it was just terrible for Sega. They really did lose the Saturn. And the problem is, like I said, developers weren't ready. They didn't have those games ready until Christmas time anyway. And here's the worst part. Over the course of the next few years, there weren't really that many good games for the Saturn for several reasons. Sega got a new president of America named Bernie Stolar, and he had this, let's just call it a reputation. He refused to localize any Saturn games unless he felt that they would get perfect scores. If it was a 4 out of 5, don't localize it. That really limited the number of Saturn games that were released in North America. And he also didn't localize RPGs at all. And the Saturn has a ton of amazing RPGs from Japan. So, yeah, no, he just completely goofed on the Saturn. The Saturn has something like 1,400 games in Japan. North America, around 250. And here's the worst part. In 1997, right when the Saturn was finally beginning to turn a profit, he gave a speech where he said, and I quote, "The Sega Saturn is not our future." So anyone who was like, ooh, there's a lot of good games for the Saturn, maybe I'll pick one up now. Just then they were told, oh, don't bother. There's going to be another console coming out in 2 years. And it was the Dreamcast, and it was a good system, but that's the exact same problem Nintendo had. Right when the Wii U was getting good games like Splatoon and Super Mario Maker, Nintendo's like, hey, we're making a new console, don't bother buying the Wii U. That's exactly what happened with the Saturn. So yeah, the Saturn was just a humongous flop in North America, because Sega of America was run by a bunch of freaking morons. There's no way around saying it. They were stupid. So yeah. End of story. My favorite generation of Pokemon is Gen 2. And hopefully Matman, hopefully the Latios does shine before Snom. I would be very happy. Hope you guys enjoyed that story, but I love the history of video games almost more than I like playing those actual games. It's so stupid to see how stupid Sega was. You could argue that their handling of the Saturn was so bad, that was why the Dreamcast failed. The following console was because they ruined the Saturn so bad that no one gave them a chance with the Dreamcast. The headquarters was a terrarium of lizards. Are those the same lizards that are in charge of Facebook, or are those the lizards that are running for Congress? Anyway, why they don't make game consoles anymore? Yeah, for a little while there, they actually partnered with Microsoft to start releasing some of their games on the Xbox, and they also made games. They made a few exclusive games for each of the other systems, right? They made like Super Monkey Ball for GameCube, which was a really fun game. They made they made something for Microsoft. I don't remember what it was, but like for a while there, while they were working on the Dreamcast, they decided, let's test the waters with becoming a third-party publisher instead. And when they realized, hey, we can make this work, they decided, okay, Dreamcast, we tried with you, it just didn't work out, so they quit the Dreamcast, and they became a third-party publisher, and I would argue that was the correct call. As much as I love to see new consoles pop up, and I would love to see more competition in the current landscape, the fact is, Sega has been they've been doing a really good job making games as a third party. So, it's sad, but I think that was the right call. I don't trust Zoom, Sean. My thoughts on modern Sonic? I don't hate him. Least favorite Pokemon, Garbodor. They make games for Nintendo as well. Yeah, they do. I mean, like I said, they made Super Monkey Ball for Nintendo. They made Banana Blitz for Nintendo. In fact, the last F-Zero game ever made, that was Sega. The one for the GameCube. That was a Sega-made game. So yeah, Sega's been actually doing an insanely good job as a third-party publisher. I wish that they would make a new console. I wish somebody would, just to break off the monotony of it only being Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, but at the same time, as a third party, they've been doing a really good job. No, I don't own any Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Sonic Forces is a bit short. Yeah, it is, but I don't mind. Sonic Mania was good. Sonic Mania might be the best Sonic game of all time. Yeah, K-Elite. They could have named it anything other than the Wii U and it would have sold better. They could have called it the PB&J console and it would have sold better, I swear. They could have named it the PB&J. Stupid throat. It's like... Man, whatever. No, the Wii U itself wasn't a bad console. Well, it wasn't a great console either, though. Especially for the games that require you to look at both the screen and the gamepad at the same time. Just... that doesn't make it as fun as I think Nintendo thought it would. I think Miyamoto has a little too much power at Nintendo, let's just put it that way. Because the whole reason the DS has 2 screens is because when they were making a successor to the GBA, he said, the Game & Watch that I made had 2 screens, and that was fun, so let's go ahead and give the DS 2 screens as well. And there were a lot of people who told him that was a stupid idea, and he said, I'm in charge, do as I say, so they did. And to be fair, the DS turned out to be a really good console. There's a lot of great games on it. It's sold a ridiculous amount of consoles. DS is really good. But I feel like with the Wii U, he might have said pretty much the same thing. Like, the DS went well because it had 2 screens. Let's give the Wii successor 2 screens as well. And unfortunately, I think he just has too much power over there at Nintendo. Who is hunting the Latios? I am, Natasha. It's easy enough. I play Pokemon Shield with my left hand and Pokemon Omega Ruby with my right. Well, Sean, I think of it this way. The Switch is what the Wii U should have been. The Wii U, it's obvious that Nintendo had remote play in mind where you could, swap from the game to from the tablet to the TV on a whim. It's obvious they had that in mind from the beginning. It just was not implemented correctly. The Switch does it right. It does it perfectly, as a matter of fact, I would say. So the Switch is what the Wii U should have been. And you could make the argument that the Switch would not exist without the Wii U having first existed. And like I said, I don't hate the Wii U. I love it. It's a good system, but man, I don't know what they were thinking over there. Is it nice to have a new job? It's nice to have the stability of some guaranteed income. It's also nice to know that I'll be able to stream games without having to meet audience expectations. Like right here, while I'm streaming these games, I'm shiny hunting, so you guys have the expectation of eventually I'll get a shiny, or at the very least that'll interact with the chat. When I stream for East Asia Soft, it's going to be just, they give me a game to play, I'll play it however I want, thanks for watching. And that'll be so nice. Such a weight off my shoulders. Yeah, exactly, Nightingale. That's thunder. Alright. That would be thunder, people. That's another reason I haven't gone out inside and taken pictures of my super secret project yet. It's all done. I need to go outside and take proper pictures, but it needs to be outside for reasons you'll see when you see the pictures. And I can't do that because it's been raining these past 2 days. It might keep raining until, I don't know, Sunday? Oh well. Number 100 is shiny? Well, it wasn't. Is Alex, my cat, scared of anything? He's scared of dogs. He's scared of going outside. He's always intrigued to go outside, but when we actually pick him up and take him out, he's always looking around very anxiously and always wanting to go right back inside after just a few minutes. My favorite Nintendo console, I'd say, would be the Switch. Do I own a GBA SP? Yes, I own several. I think I own 3 total. Isn't the Switch a gamepad? I would consider it more of just a tablet. Keep it up, Austin. I believe in you. How are you doing, Natasha, on tower control? I have no comments on your face, Salem. Yeah, I think Trubbish is a little cute. I don't hate Trubbish. It's just Garbodor. If I ever experienced Joy-Con drift, oh yeah, tons. You might remember in some of my older videos when I was screaming, "Left Joy-Con!" But even my Pro Controller has begun to drift a little bit. I sprayed some WD-40 in it last night. It seems to have fixed it, but yeah, it feels like pretty much everything I have is beginning to drift. Nintendo just... man. I love the Switch, but man, the hardware is iffy. But I knew that when they announced it. It was a tablet. Tablet technology doesn't last forever. In fact, I'd say tablet technology is more prone to failing early than most other kinds of electronics. So I knew that when the Switch came out, we would have to wait and see what the problems were. So when the Joy-Con drifts started happening, I knew, yeah, that's not too good. And then the battery started dying, and who knows what'll happen next in the future. I know Crystal's Switch has been having issues. It overheats, it doesn't like staying on, and I wish I could buy her a new one. Except they're going for like $500 now. And I'm not going to pay that much. Sorry, Crystal. But yeah, no. I don't remember what the 4th gym is in Omega Ruby, Sean. It's not Watson, it's the one after that, which is that, I forget. Why don't I play Splatoon 1 anymore? No reason to. I'm level 50, I'm max rank, I don't really want to play anymore. I've done everything I want to in that game. Switches are close to 500 now. Well, if you can't find one brand new in a store, if you can, then obviously it's still just $300, but good luck finding one right now. They're selling out like crazy. Flannery's the 4th gym, okay. Use water types. Use a really strong water type against Rhetorical, because that thing is going to body you. Ouch, Nightingale, that's a lot. That's not fun. Well, it's still a Switch system. It's still the same system. You don't want to confuse people by calling it something completely different, but it still plays all the same Switch games. I mean, I don't think there's a single game that the Switch Lite can't play that the Switch can. I don't know. Are there any games that are docked mode only? I know there's a bunch that are handheld mode only, but yeah. You just don't want to confuse people is what it comes down to. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. I don't know if I'll ever do Gmod again. Maybe. I'm not opposed to the idea, I just haven't even thought about it for a very long time. I'd prefer playing with my friends, obviously, so it's more up to them than me. Like most stuff that I do these days. Can you stop repeating yourself, Salem? I saw it the first time. Wow, Courtney, that's awesome. Thank you. Courtney, do you have a suggestion of a nickname for Snom? You are now eligible thanks to that donation of yours. If you have a suggestion, just leave it in the chat, and I'll count it.
Blink that.
And thank you for the $10 donation, and thank you for making Aerith pop up. She is beautiful. Oh, look at that! Already over 3% of the way towards our goal. That's awesome. Man, honestly, Sean, I don't know. I say, I don't know. I don't do Nuzlocke, so don't look to me. I am super close to 1900 on that Latios. I guess Courtney does not have a nickname suggestion. Well, regardless, thank you so much, Courtney, for that $10 donation. I really do appreciate it. That means a lot. No, I've never done a Nuzlocke XK. What's the fundraiser for? It's to help me go to Too Many Games, which is a convention in Philadelphia this September. I put a poll out on Twitter asking people to vote on whether I should go, and 70% of them said yes. And I made it clear in that poll, if the vote was yes, then I would crowdfund to help me go, because even with my new job, it still would be a bit iffy if I could manage to rake up enough money. So that's what the fundraiser is for, is to help me go to Too Many Games, which a lot of my friends are going to go to, and I think that I would enjoy the convention a lot more than PAX anyway, and it'd be a lot cheaper than PAX. So yeah, that's what that's saving up for. I've never actually been to Philadelphia, except as a layover on my way home from PAX, and well, it was delayed XK. It was supposed to happen this month or next month, and it got delayed until September. Anyway, okay, Nightingale, that makes sense. Anyway, so that's what I'm saving up for. $600 is the goal, and I'm going to give myself until the end of July to get all the money necessary. It would cost me about $250 for the plane, and I believe the entry fee is $60 for the weekend. And then I'm going to have to spend the night in a hotel for, I don't know, it's going to be either 3 nights or 4 nights, and I might even extend it to 5. And the hotel is easily going to be the most expensive part. So that's why the goal is $600. I figure that would be reasonable, and if the trip costs any more than that, then I'll pay it out of pocket. So that is what the donation goal is for. Yeah, I was worried about that, Nightingale. I didn't have an easier way of putting it. Have I ever considered moving to Twitch? Jeffrey, what makes you think I haven't tried streaming on Twitch? Salem, I'd call myself pretty satisfied with those views. I mean, honestly, anytime I make a Splatoon 2 video at all, I get views, and that's why I keep doing them, even though I'm just so bored of that game. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. Oh, name Snom, good boy. Okay, sorry, Courtney. I just saw. I'll go ahead and make that. What if it's a girl though? That's okay. Courtney Mooring to name it. Good boy. I'll just make your name Courtney M. How about that? And thank you, Nami, for the £1 donation. Let me add that to the goal. $1.21. There we go. Looking good. We're getting really close to 1900 on Latios. Making good progress. Never seen My Hero Academia. Why are you doing this? Shiny hunting. I like shiny hunting. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's I just like shiny hunting. That's why I do it, because I like it. How long have I been trying to get the Latios? Over 2.5 years now. Although not hardcore until the beginning of this year. Do I watch anime? Not really. Pokemon and Sword Art Online, that's about it. That thunder outside is worrying me. Hope that stream doesn't crash. I'm not gonna look into Danganronpa. Oh, that's pretty awesome, Charizard Ranger. Wild, legendaries, and Let's Go are always pretty awesome. When will I stream for East Asia Soft? Okay, Salem, I will... this is for everyone, actually. I will be streaming on East Asia Soft's Mixer account Tuesdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be streaming on their Twitch Fridays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah. Tuesdays, Mixer, 4 to 6. Fridays, Twitch, 6 to 9. Oh, it's perfectly okay, Crystal. To be fair, you don't even need to have an account in order to watch. You just need to show up. Just like YouTube. What about YouTube? I don't have a schedule for YouTube, and I haven't for quite some time. Anyway, do I know anyone else going to Too Many Games? For sure, I know Sagasi and the Failing Four are going, as well as Vicvion, and tentatively, Crystal and That Bald Gamer. So that's quite a few number of people. And also Chocolate Milk Gamer will try and go as well. So that's quite a lot of people that I know that'll be at Too Many Games, which is part of the reason why I want to go. I know so many people who will be there. I missed it last year because I believe I was either at Disney World with my family the same week or close to it, so I just couldn't make the trip. But this time, I figure, you know, it's in September. It's in a state I've never been to except a layover at an airport, which doesn't count because airports are international territory. So it'll knock off Pennsylvania off my list, and plus, while I'm there, I want to see the Liberty Bell. I'm patriotic, okay? I know that's unpopular to be patriotic these days, but I am. I want to see the Liberty Bell. I want to see all my country's history that Philadelphia has to offer. I want to spend time with my friends at Too Many Games. I want to bring like $1,000 to splurge on games and then figure out how I'm going to fit them all in my bag to bring back home with me to Texas. I want to eat pizza with my friends. I just want to go and have a good time. That's perfectly understandable, Crystal. And you've got several months to figure it out. And hey, you don't need to buy a plane ticket or anything like I do. I've linked my Twitch to my YouTube XK, and I don't have a Mixer account. If you're talking about East Asia Soft, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to properly advertise those here on my channel. I've already made the video saying I got a new job. I'm going to update the pinned comment very soon to say what my schedule is. Well, that makes it a lot easier for you, Crystal, than for me. I need to book the hotel, which is, like I said, the most expensive part. Going to need to buy the plane ticket, which is luckily really cheap these days for you know why. But yeah, am I going to vlog at too many games? I probably will. Yeah, I don't see why not. I think Mario Kart Tour is pretty okay, yeah. If you make absolutely sure you don't pay money into it, then yeah, you can have a lot of fun. If you start paying money, it becomes pay to win very quickly, and no one wants that. Will I see Pokemon Coco? If it ever comes out, sure. I don't know if you heard, it got delayed in Japan. My guess is it'll most likely get a Netflix release in North America, like Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, which I also haven't seen because I don't have Netflix anymore. If it gets a theatrical release, that would be awesome, and I'd much prefer that, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, YouTube is pretty stressful. I mean, that's not exclusive to me, though. Even the biggest of YouTubers, even the ones with millions of subscribers, they don't like working for YouTube. YouTube is run by some of the biggest idiots known to the history of mankind, but we're all making it work, and especially with this new job, I'll make it work, and that's what's important. Yeah, not bad idea, Nightingale, but no, I'm looking forward to going to too many games, and like I said, especially right now, plane tickets are really cheap, so I don't think I'll buy a plane ticket with my next paycheck, but maybe the one after that. What's the difference with the theatrical? That means you go to a theater to watch it. Pokemon I Choose You and The Power of Us, those got theatrical releases. You had to go to a theater and buy a ticket to go and sit down in a nice, comfy seat, go get popcorn and a big soda, and watch the film just the same as you would with Avengers or Star Wars. And I did that with I Choose You and The Power of Us, and Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution did not get that. And I'm willing to bet that since Netflix has distribution rights for Pokemon now instead of Disney, that they'll probably just put Coco onto Netflix instead of giving it a theatrical release. They have theatrically released films before in limited quantities, but I don't think that they'll go through with it with Pokemon. And I did just hit 1900 on Latios. I understand, Crystal. Well, Frostbite, it's not like I've found a shiny yet, so you haven't really missed anything, as a matter of fact. I mean, if I did get like enough money to at least buy the plane ticket, so like $250, if I did get that with the donation goal by the end of this month, then yeah, I'll probably go ahead and just buy the ticket at the beginning of next month, you know, my birthday-ish. Gotta really hope that it doesn't get delayed again, though, because, man, that... Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to wait to buy the plane ticket because it's cheap now and I don't want for it to go up later. But I don't want to buy it now and then turns out to be useless because they delay it or flat out cancel it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a little while to figure it out. I feel like most things are going to be opened up by September. The country is slowly opening up right now anyway as it is. So, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. It sucks because I'm the one who has to travel the farthest to go. So I'm the one who has to risk the most. Do I like any other Splatoon hairstyles? I like pretty much all of them. I just prefer the one that is the default on my Inkling. Okay, Courtney. I'll be sure to do that. Thank you, Frostbite. Splatoon or Pokemon? Well, my love is Pokemon. It's for Pokemon. Alright, we are now officially over 1900. And that means we're only about 100 odd away from halfway to odds for Latios. Desi, I don't really have thoughts on a new Paper Mario. I've never played a Paper Mario game in my life, so I have no thoughts on this. Except, like I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, that I really wish that Nintendo had just told us that it existed before they essentially put it up for sale. That's about it, though. Awesome, Sammy. Glad you're here. Yep, it's turned into a 2-hour stream. Like I said, it's about 1 a minute for Snom. If I have to go to odds today, that would be a full 8 hours. I don't want that. So maybe I'll just go to half odds today. How about that? That sounds reasonable. Half odds, 256. I'm about halfway to half odds right now. 128 is the halfway point of this stream. Sounds good. So that would be a 4-hour stream. I'm happy with that idea. How about you guys? It is warm in my house. It's not that it's warm, it's that I'm in the room that's farthest away from the AC, and worse, it's the biggest room in the house. So it's really hard to cool this room down. And I'm under these hot lights. And it's 100% humid. It just all really adds up to be kind of muggy. Not fun. But that's okay. Do I like the Mets? I'm not a baseball fan. I will say, the Astros won the 2017 World Series. And there's nothing you guys can do to change that. So don't even try. That's it. That's my opinion on baseball. Excuse me. A 1,000 Galarian Zigzagoon. Ah, keep it up. Keep it up, David. I believe in you. You like my profile picture? Well, thank you, Mochi. Okay, that's the halfway point for this stream. Yeah, I bet you were, Corey. What am I going to name my Snom when I get it? Currently, Courtney M. donated $10 to nickname it Good Boy, or Girl if it's a girl. If anyone wants to donate $10 and a penny or more, they can name it something else. So yeah, that's the rule. Whoever donates the most amount of money, whoever has the top donation at the time of hatching, that will be what its nickname is. And bid wars can sometimes get pretty hectic. My Nickit, it went from like $3 to up over $20 by the time I actually got to nickname it. What do I watch on YouTube? Wow, that's a good question. I watch a variety of channels. Let me go ahead and actually just pull up my phone here and see. Let's see. Some of my most recent subscriptions. I watch My Life in Gaming, which is where I got the idea of making all my setup just so high quality. I watch this channel called John's Arcade, which, as you might imagine, focuses on arcade games. And I've been watching him for a lot these past few months, just watching all these games and restores that he's been doing. Let's see. I'm subscribed to most of the Splatubers that I know. Hello Greedo for Star Wars. The Relaxing End. I don't know if you guys know that. Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd. I watch a few Fortnite YouTubers, not many. Mostly the ones from Australia. Half as Interesting, r slash, Ryukar, my bad. Van Austin, his friends, LGR, Mystic for PlayStation stuff, Simon Dan, Flat Earth Debunking. Linus, I am subscribed to him, don't really watch his videos that much. There's a channel called Dank Pods, which focuses on iPods and old ancient Apple stuff. Let's see, Larry Bundy Jr., Larry, I am subscribed to Arlo as well. Device Orchestra, my mate Vince from mymatevince.com, Apollo Legends. I'm subscribed to a bunch of people. As you can imagine, most of it is video game related, but there's a lot that isn't. I'm also subscribed to Scott Manley. I'm subscribed to mostly game stuff, but there's also stuff there for outer space exploration news, stuff like that, and various other things here and there. And like I said, r slash. So yeah, you want to know who I watch? That's just a short list of people. I wish my lungs would stop hacking up like this. Helix. That will be SpaceX launching a Falcon 9 rocket with the Crew Dragon Demonstration Mission 2. Currently, that is scheduled for May 27, and assuming it is not delayed, that is when I will be streaming it as well. Liftoff is scheduled for somewhere around like 4 p.m. Eastern, which is pretty much right now, actually. So yeah, I'll be streaming it beginning, man, much earlier than that. I'll be doing a watch party. Yeah. So I hope you guys come and watch that with me. That will be the first crewed spaceflight from America since 2011, since the end of the shuttle. And I've been looking forward to that for a very long time. I even have the mission patch for the mission. It's right there on the table with my taken apart N64. Later, Natasha. My favorite fossil Pokemon. Huh, good question. Maybe Armaldo? How is Latios taking so long? It's a 3.5 minute reset. In a typical full odd stream, I managed to only reset it maybe 110, 120 times. It's a 3.5 minute reset. I just swapped out an egg. That's okay. This must be hard. I wouldn't call it hard. It's time consuming, but you know, hanging out with you guys while I do it helps pass the time. Later, Sean. What kind of music do I listen to? I don't really listen to music that much, and when I do, it's you know, film scores, soundtracks from movies, sometimes soundtracks from games. Would Kalos starters be the second longest reset? The number one longest reset, as Nightingale would attest to, she's still in my chat, is Manaphy, which is like a 15-minute reset. And I would call Manaphy a hard thing to go after. This might be second longest. If this isn't, then I'm having a hard time thinking of what is. Kalos starters aren't even that long of a reset. I'd say that the Sun and Moon starters are longer than Kalos. I'd say Sun and Moon is just barely shorter than Latios, and not by much. Well, Snow Cone, it's easy enough. It's just twitch.tv/EastAsiaSoft. How are you doing on that, by the way, Nightingale? Have you continued that since your game crashed? Do you ever get bored? I often do, Logan. But when I do, I mostly just sit back and watch YouTube videos or Disney Plus. Or play games. Am I going to evolve the shiny later? I haven't actually decided yet if I'll be evolving the shiny Snom or not. I haven't decided. My favorite fast food, believe it or not, it's McDonald's. I really love McDonald's, man. Okay, you don't have an egg, lady. You do not have an egg lady. 14,511 hatches. Well, I believe in you, Nightingale. Remember, it has been done. There is evidence of people who have gotten it, so hopefully you're next, and hopefully it won't take too long. It's worth thinking about. If I do evolve Snom, it wouldn't be in this stream unless I time traveled. And I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll just leave it as a Snom just for that. Well, you don't look up EastAsiaSoft on Twitch. You actually... Here, I'll go ahead and just drop it. There, that's the Twitch. I'll go ahead and drop the mixer as well. You've been doing 25 hatches a day since Bald Gamer questioned your count just to prove a point. 25 a day, 15 minutes per reset. That's, hang on. That's 4 an hour. That's about 5 hours. Yeah, that's not bad. That's like 5 or 6 hours. No, like I believe those numbers. Oh no, Slow Sloth. Soft resetting over a shiny is one of my nightmares. I have yet to fail a shiny. And I'm just waiting on the day it happens, and I hope it's not the Latios. Do my hands hurt? No, not really. I mean, the Pro Controller is very comfortable to hold. just dangle it in my hand, and it pretty much fits everything perfectly. And the 3DS, I just rest my finger on the A and B buttons, and yeah, seriously, I'm very comfortable. Well, don't worry, guys. I'm trying my best to be very careful with the Latios. I'm trying to make sure that it's not a shiny before I reset. You know, I'm trying to give myself an extra second or two so my brain registers that it is indeed not a shiny. Give me an egg lady. Yeah, this soft reset over the Mewtwo is the worst, because, like, if you recognize that you soft reset over it, that's one thing. You hurt yourself because you like, oh no, like when Candy Eevee reset over the shiny Shriko. But then there's that second time I've had to skip that. Anyway, but then you have I can't ignore that. Holy cow, Crimson Heroes donated $50 from Canada. Wow. It'll show up here in a second. I accidentally slipped down the stairs and accidentally sent money. Oops, holy cow. Crimson, thank you so much. You got the opportunity to nickname the Snom now. That translates to $35.46. Hang on.
Blink that.
There it is. Translates to $56.62. That's where we're at now with our donation goal. Holy cow, Crimson. Wow. And the gold didn't show up. Hang on. There we go. You just brought us almost just a hair short of our 10% mark. Ah, poor A-Drive. A-Drive's such a good shiny hunter. I feel bad for him. Okay, Crimson. Thank you so much. That's so appreciated. But yeah, like I was saying, that Mewtwo, the guy wasn't even looking at his screen. He reset over it, and as he was resetting over it, there were so many opportunities for him to just look at the screen and for his friend to stop him. His friend was trying to stop him. Ah! Nick! You just... And the guy is just staring at his friend like, what's the matter? Just, what? What are you staring at? What? Reset over it without even noticing. If that were to happen, you deserve to lose the shiny. Seriously. Like, how can you be that... How can you call yourself a shiny hunter and just reset over it, and then when your friend reacts, not even flinch? Just like, what'd I do? So... Man, I did not reset over my Mewtwo. I caught my Mewtwo. No, I don't watch M and J. My favorite game, Pokemon Silver, which is both my favorite Pokemon game and my favorite video game. The most annoying trainer ever? Probably Hao. There's not a single thing that'll dampen his spirits. He always stands there with that stupid grin on his face. Even in the most dire circumstances, just... I think that's fair, Nightingale. Yep, I'm going for that Snom. I'm only getting in about 1 reset per minute. Maybe a little more, but not much. I don't know, Carson. I don't know. I've never gotten an uncatchable shiny. I'd probably sit there in anguish, just stare at it and point, and grimace a little, but probably laugh. Just the universe mocking me. I don't know, Snowcone. Indefinitely. I might never stream ranked again. I don't know. Maybe I will. I wish I could tell you for sure, but I just don't know. I'll start streaming it again if I ever feel like I actually can't get through a whole stream without losing my temper, and I don't know if I can do that. Ranked is not kind. I don't want to be putz. Okay, I don't want for people to start comparing me with putz. That's what I want to avoid. Which game is this? Top game is Pokemon Shield, bottom game is Omega Ruby. How long have I been playing Pokemon? When did it first come out? Same answer. The hardest gym leader I've ever battled? Probably... Oh man, what's her name? The normal type trainer from Unova. She was pretty hard. No, the normal type trainer from Unova, not Johto. It started with an L. Lenora? Yeah, it was Lenora. Okay, thank you. D. Eric, are you trying to get somewhere with that? Repeating that sentence over and over and over? Or are you just saying it in the hopes that people will notice you? You have a reason. Speaking with a stammer, sir. Okay, by now I think I've seen the Snom so many times that when it's a shiny, I'll notice it. I still have to kind of pay attention every time anyway. My favorite legendary trio? Probably the Lake Guardians. Mesprit, Azelf, Uxie. The best crime organization? Team Rocket. You can't beat the original. Plus, I am a Team Rocket grunt in real life, so I have a Team Rocket uniform and I love it. I don't care if Snom Shiny is kind of bad. I love Snom, I love Frostmith, and I will get a Shiny of it, no matter what. Yes, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina counts as a trio. Those are the Creation Trio. Favorite Mythical? Shaman. Am I excited for Splatfest? I'm excited to take part in the Squids for Kids charity streams. I'm in 3 blocks total, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll stream it that Saturday and Sunday, not that Friday, because that's my first day streaming for East Asia Soft on Twitch, and I just will not have enough time to do both. But yeah, I'll be streaming it, and I'll probably have fun. You're at 1675, Crystal? That's a pretty high number. Good job. You're almost a quarter of the way there to odds, Crystal. What gen do I think has the best starters? Aw, man. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I like various starters from each of the generations, but it seems each of them also has one that I don't particularly like. I don't know. Yeah, I understand that, Crystal. You know, if you have two, if you have a 3DS and a DS or 2 3DS systems, then you could hunt for both. But if not, then yeah, you would need to choose between one or the other. Wait, what am I talking about? you could do both anyway, because Cicely Pete is on Switch, not 3DS. Kind of lost my mind there. Sorry, everyone.
Bleep that.
Thunder, thank you for the $1.99 donation, and once again, making Eris show up in all her beautifulness. Had a few dollars, so I wanted to support my fave. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. On top of the donation you gave earlier, too. Look at how close we are to the 10% mark towards our goal. We're so close. Look at that. And this is just the first day. Thank you all so much. Holy cow. Oh, that's true, Crystal. But you only need to take your hands off the Switch every once in a while to reset. That's what I'm doing. You know, I just set my controller down, soft reset, and pull it back up again. Money, money, money. Oh, Mr. Potato Head. That was a stupid kissy sound. And don't you dare share that with Gigi. Hey, I'm not going to ask you guys for donations, okay? I'm not... It's just that if you donate, that's where the money's going. That's pretty much it. If you guys have money but you don't want to give it, then please keep it. Do not give it to me unless you're absolutely sure you want for me to have it, so that I can go to too many games. Just making that clear. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Understandable, Crystal. And don't forget, you and I have a Duraludon race as well. Oh, the shiny will be your flame body. I get it. That's so cool. That's what Bald Gamer did with his Roly-Coly. The one that took way too long for him to get. Have I watched Pokemon Golder before? I don't know what that even is. Sorry. He likes Sizzly Pea more than Roly-Coly. Fair enough. Oh, hello, Lily. Carson, I don't know why it's not showing up. Thank you for the $2 donation. There it is. I just love seeing Aerith. You guys have made Aerith show up a lot today. Let's get to that 10%, boys. And thanks to Carson's $2 donation, we have now indeed hit over 10% of the way towards our goal. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. That's just in our first day. That's in our first 2.5 hours of having that goal. Man, you guys are so kind, so generous. Thank you. Man, I shouldn't get my hopes up too high just in case it is canceled or delayed, but I am so looking forward to going to too many games this September. It'll be nice to travel again, which I haven't been able to do since I went to Florida earlier this year, and I haven't traveled to anywhere else except for Florida since my trip to PAX, so I'm looking forward to going somewhere else. I pronounce it Reggie Ice, Captain Lollipop. We're also making good progress on our Latios today, and again, if I get the Latios first, you will see no complaining from me. Masuda method's so annoying. It's not annoying. You just get a Pokemon of a different language, ideally a Ditto, throw it in the daycare, breed it with another Pokemon of your language, and voila, Masuda method, you're done. I prefer Masuda method over everything else because the odds are so low. That being said, did random Zigzagoon encounters, my only thing that I had to lower those odds was a shiny charm. 16. My favorite legendary is Latias. Which is my second favorite Pokemon. I love her. She was my favorite before Helioptile existed. Well, let's hope so, Captain Lollipop. Oh, nice, Nightingale. Picking up a pizza. Very nice. Well, Nate, you don't need a shiny charm for wild encounters. You know, any Pokemon has a chance of being a shiny, except for legendaries, but it's just that the shiny charm increases the chances, that's all. Favorite Pokemon of each generation? Oh, do I want to know yours? Yeah, if you want to share it, Natasha. Let me talk about mine. 1, Nidoqueen. 2, Bayleaf. 3, Latias. 4, Shaman. 5, Samurott. 6, Helioptile. 7, Salazzle. 8, Nickit. There we go. And yes, no, I'm hunting for Latios on the 3DS Thunder. Different Pokemon. Latios is male, Latias is female. I will eventually go after Latias in this game. I'll just go after it with the Eon ticket after I pick up the Shiny Charm. That'll triple my odds, and it'll be a much faster encounter. Like, it might triple my encounter rate. Actually, it might do better than that. So, essentially, I would get the Latias, theoretically, 10 times faster than the Latios. Yeah, Nightingale. Honestly, I just went after Zigzagoon with the encounter method because I just wanted to do something different. All the other shinies I'd gotten in this game up till then were from Masuda, and I just wanted to do something to break the monotony of it. So I went out and got a Zigzagoon in 16 and went right back to Masuda hunting. And here we are. Looks the same to you? Well, trust me, they're different. Well, Nightingale, I guess I could have, but I don't know. From what I saw, Route 3 was left 40% chance of Zigzagoon showing up, whereas Route 2 maxed out at 25, I think. I don't remember. I had a really good reason of going Route 3, and in any case, it looks like it was the correct decision. Kind of looks like it. A lot of people popping in just to talk about Snom. Hello, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Hopefully mine doesn't take 600, Nate, but I guess we'll see. That's why we're here, right? That's why I like shiny hunting. You actually do not know when you'll get it. So there's always the anticipation. And when you finally do get it, it's you know, it's earned. You worked hard for it, and there you go. And then it's all yours. And hopefully this will be all mine very soon here. Both of these. Can you imagine when I get the Latios, how earned that will be? It'll be awesome. Petroleum, thanks for the $1.99. We'll see it show up here on screen in a second. I love Lapras. I think Lapras is a beautiful Pokemon. It's based off the Loch Ness Monster, which I have a fascination with. So, yeah, I absolutely do love Lapras. It should show up here on screen.
Blink that.
Your donation just showed up there on screen. Thanks for making Aerith pop up. I'm so proud of that higher quality GIF that I got made. I probably will not hunt for Fennekin, Snowcone. because I've already gotten one. Plus, that would mean having to do Masuda method as well, because there's no way to hunt for a Fennekin otherwise, unless I were to reset a game, which I don't want to do. Honestly, once I get the Latios, I'll probably just hit up the Friend Safari and also Chain Fish and just do that to get a bunch of shinies before I go after anything else, because those are the easiest ways to get anything. Well, I didn't get Fennekin live on stream. I got Fennekin before I started streaming myself shiny hunting. I got it in like 2014. It was a long time ago. It was one of the first shinies I got in X and Y. How many shinies do I have? In this game, 20. In all my games, hundreds. If you were to count Pokemon Go, even more. Because I got like 200 shinies in Pokemon Go too. I appreciate it, Courtney, but I prefer earning my own shinies rather than have them gifted to me. I appreciate the offer, though. I'm pretty sure that's false, Lollipop. I'm pretty sure that's 100% false. Oh, thank you, Snowcone. I enjoyed making that compilation. What are the shiny odds in Go? I don't know what the odds are, but I know on some days specific Pokemon have higher odds than others, and that's how I've gotten so many. And yes, H-Hive is the shiny king. I will be the first to agree with that. Ultra Sun and Moon have the fastest hatch rate of any game. Oh, really? I did not know that. Okay, cool. But if I got it first try, well then I'd be very happy. I don't think H-Hive has the most shiny Pokemon in the world. I don't even know if he has the most shiny reactions in the world, but he is definitely... He is just a top shiny hunter. Did I take a break yet? No. No, I'll probably just keep going until I reach half odds like my plan was. Or until I get the shiny. Either of these is a shiny, whichever comes first. I know we lost viewers for Frostbite, I can see that. And that's okay, you know, people lose interest. That's perfectly fine. Yes, half odds on Snom, Crystal, so that'd be 256 today. Oh, Roto Power, I forgot all about that. Yeah, good point. I mean, to be fair, half odds for Latios aren't that far away either. 2,048 is the halfway point for Latios, and I'm only about 130 away from that. So it'll still be maybe 2 or 3 more streams before I reach the halfway point for Latios, but still, I'm making some pretty good progress with that. Very proud of myself. X and Y or Oris? X and Y all day, every day, no questions asked. I love those games. Ah, Failboat started streaming. That's where all my viewers went. Okay, makes sense. Well, I just don't hunt there because, well, you know all my reasons, Nightingale. Trying to get my living dex in Gen 6, not 7. I don't like 7 overall anyway. Yeah. You know my reasons. That being said, I do have my shiny charm in Aura, or in Ultra Sun and Moon. So if I did want to hunt for something there, I could. But I'd probably limit it to just things that are new to Gen 7, but don't exist in Gen 8. So let's just think of something that comes to mind here. Gen 7 Pokemon that's not in Gen 8. I'm actually drawing a blank. Something that you can hatch from an egg. Dedenne, that's Gen 6. Necrozma, nah. You can't hatch an egg. Toucannon, let's go with Toucannon. Thanks, Jordan. So yeah, if I wanted a Pikipek, if I wanted a shiny Toucannon, then the only way to get it would be to hunt for it in Gen 7. In that case, that's probably when I would actually hunt for something, would be solely in Gen 7 to get something exclusive to Gen 7. Meltan and Melmetal, I already have shinies of those. Hi, Juchan. Hopefully now that you're here, I'll get one of these as a shiny really quickly. A Alolan Executor. Yeah, something like that. You guys get the idea. If I cannot get it in Gen 8 or Gens 1 through 6, then I'll get it in Gen 7. But that would be it. And there's not many Pokemon that would apply to. If I could only have one Pokemon forever, who would that be? Do you really have to ask? Helioptile, of course. Alamamola, that is a Gen 5 Pokemon, thank you very much. What does everyone think of shiny Ash Greninja? Doesn't exist. Shiny Greninja is awesome, though. I don't know if I have a shiny Greninja yet. I don't remember. I'd like to say I do, but if I don't, then maybe I'll hunt for that relatively soon in Gen 6. My favorite character in the game's Lily. As much as I don't like Gen 7, they did give us Lily, which is the best Pokemon character of all time. How much is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3? Okay. 13. Santiago. And even then, in Gen 7, you could SOS hunt. So, I don't know, I almost feel like for all those Pokemon that I can hatch, I'd rather SOS hunt. So I know mathematics? Yeah, I consider myself pretty good at math. Is that it? That's it! That's the shiny! Alright! Thanks, Juchan! Juchan just popped in here 2 minutes ago, and here it is. I was so unsure, but there it is. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I actually thought so, because it's the line that's outlining the face. That's green, that's the giveaway. That it's a shiny. Alright! Shiny number 21 in Sword and Shield. Let me go ahead and tweet this out real quick. There it is. Alright, that's gorgeous. All those people who left to watch Failboat stream, they just barely missed out. Good job, Juchan. Thank you. Yes, is it a boy or a girl? Because that will determine its name. That will determine its name. So, our top donation was $10 from Courtney M to name it Good Boy, but in an appendum, yeah. Afterwards, she said that if it's a girl, to name it Good Girl instead. So, yes, Juchan, you are the lucky charm. lucky shiny charm. 171. That's not bad. That's over quarter odds. I think that's about third odds. Okay, Google. 1/3 of 512. This is exactly 1/3 of the way to odds. Wow. Ah, poor Wildo. Yep, I got it, Clairvoyant. Thank you. Okay, let me finish up this Latios, and then we can check and see if this Snom is a boy or a girl. That will determine what it is named. Man, that worked out really well, didn't it? Nice. Okay, checking the Latios. Imagine if we got 2. We did not. Okay. Let me go ahead and reset Latios. Okay, let's check and see if this is a boy or a girl. Hoping for girl. It's a boy. That's regular. That's a male. Okay, this will be nicknamed Good Boy. Because Snom is a good boy. Go ahead and just move it here. I'll put it in its proper place in the order later. Right now, we still have another few Snom eggs to hatch. So we do have the chance of getting a second shiny. Very small chance, but a chance nonetheless. I would like to take the egg, and I would like to take the Snom. Okay, first... Yeah, Gabriel, you heard wrong. Sorry. Okay, now I'll take the Snom. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and hatch the rest of these eggs. Keep working on the Latios. Yeah, I wish you did too, Ju-chan. Aw. Okay, do not up the counter. We got our shiny at 171. Man, that was good. Considering it was a 1-minute reset, 171, I'll take it. That still means that almost 3 hours. Alright. Oh man, I'm so happy. No, they'll probably not ever bring back Mega Evolutions. Alright, if I do evolve this Snom into Frostmith, I don't think I'll be doing it on this stream. In fact, I probably won't. Just because I'd have to time travel, I'd have to change my Switch's time, and I don't really want to do that. I think we got one more egg. Yeah, Captain Lollipop, you left for a minute and missed it. Yep, Snom does evolve. High happiness at nighttime. When's the DLC coming out? I believe they said late June, so about a month and a half from now. What Pokemon am I going to shiny hunt for next? I don't know. I have a shiny race set up against K next Thursday for Sizzlypede, and I'll probably just make that the next thing I hunt for, honestly. Is that it? Nope, one more. Okay. DLC might have been delayed. No, they made it pretty clear at their quarterly report they're still on track to release the DLC on time. Hayden, I would like to know where you got a source for that information. Okay, we did not get a second shiny. Time to nickname our shiny Snom Good Boy. Unless someone donates $10 and a penny or more right now with another nickname suggestion. Well, I hate to tell you, Hayden, I just looked it up, and that's incorrect. There is no Charizardite in, there's no Charizardite in Sword and Shield. They were, whoever said that, they're either lying or they're ill-informed or both. Sorry to disappoint you. Need to put one Snom back where I found it. There we go. Alright. That was correct, 171. Okay, here is our Snom, level 1. Put that here. With Jaw Zippy, because of course. Put Rock Wheel back where it belongs. Alright. Oh, don't forget to save, of course. I will do that right now. Okay, let's check the Latios. Our last Latios for today. Not a shiny. Alright. Rate a nickname. This Snom right here, our beautiful, shiny good boy. Because that was the top donation. Do we have any nature guesses in the chat? Anyone want to guess its nature? Alright, let's go ahead and see where it belongs in this. I could tell you right now. These go here. Okay. What's the Pokemon by Galar Pokédex number? Okay. Snom is number 349. No, it's number 872. 872. More Pico is 877, so at the very least it goes before that. And Ice Q is 875. So, good boy. The Snom goes right there. Alright. Oh yeah, and we had nature guesses, so let's go ahead, not move, check summary, and, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. It has a plus special attack, minus defense. It has a mild nature. Alright, did anyone guess that? I don't see mild. Excuse me. I guess no one guessed that. Sorry, everyone, but there we go. Our beautiful shiny Snom. So as I always do, I will go ahead and look over all of the shinies I have so far. So we have Magikarp, male Gyarados, female Gyarados, Tsukiyomi the Rowlet, Bubbles Primarina, White Widow Salazzle, Silvally, Solgaleo, Lunala, beauties, all of them. Bun Bun the Score Bunny, Squiffy the Intellion, Veridan, Nickit, a Wooloo and a Double, Diane the Appleton, Good Boy the Snom, Arl the Ice Cube, Monokuma the Morpeko, Rarity, Ponyta, Banana Nut, the Slowpoke, and Gene Simmons, the Zigzagoon. Alright, this is a beautiful page just full of shinies. Now let's go ahead and save our game one more time. And that's where I'm going to end the stream. So, thanks everyone so much for coming out, watching. I'm so glad we got our Snom relatively early. We made some good progress on Latios as well. The highlight video will be up tomorrow, and I'll be racing against Kay on Thursday for Sizzlypede. And then next Friday is my first day working for East Asia Soft on their Twitch, so be on the lookout for that. And also next Friday night and Saturday morning, I'll be on the Squids for Kids charity stream by That Bald Gamer. And Saturday and Sunday, I will be streaming the Splatfest. And on, Wednesday the 27th, I will be doing a watch party for the Crew Dragon launch. So lots of stuff for you guys to look forward to in the near future. See you then. Bye.